Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Christopher David Lawson of NEPA at CDL NEPA here on YouTube. Today we're going to be installing a tailgate extender for my 2022 Ford Maverick from Trumgeta. This is a brand new product, first time being installed. Let's go ahead and roll the video. Alright folks, inside the box comes with the instructions on how to mount this and put it together. It has all the pieces, the hardware. You see each part is actually numbered to what you're going to be using it for. But what you're going to need is a set of wrenches, a screwdriver, Allen wrenches, a drill, and some alcohol pads. Right, in the back of the instruction manual, they have templates for where you're going to drill holes for mounting the hardware onto the bed. I don't think I'm going to need it, because if you notice on my 2022, I'm not sure this is going to be the same on newer models. I imagine it's probably all the same because they really probably didn't change much. There's already holes there for the factory mount, so I'm guessing that this is going to actually mount the same way the factory Ford bed extender would mount. All right, first thing I did, folks, I went through and sorted all my hardware, got everything lined up, ready to go. There is something I'm going to notice, and I'm going to tell you right now that's not correct. These holes don't line up exactly on their templates. I noticed that for both of them. These are also both the same thing, so you can mount them on either side when you do it. I did notice, though, that the holes on here do line up with the factory holes. Thankfully, I didn't use the template to drill that in there, because these are actually a little bit too small. So basically, folks, don't use the template they gave you. These are too small. I'm gonna have to send them a message about that. That would really piss me off if I had drilled holes in my truck based off of that. I would use either this as the template or the rubber gaskets that are going to be sticking on there as a template. That's probably the best way to go. You're going to use your 3 self-tapping screws. These probably really aren't self-tapping based on the way they look, but they'll do the job if the holes are already in there. But yeah, use an 1/8 inch drill bit if you need to. Take a little alcohol rubbing pads, do this to both sides of your bed, especially if you've been using your bed for, you know, truck stuff. All right, folks, once the alcohol's dried, I'm gonna stick these actually on here first. You can stick them on these first if you're more comfortable doing that, but I'm gonna stick them on there first. Let's try to line the holes up the best we can. Sorry if my head's in the way, but that lines up there pretty good. Like I said, you could use these as the template if you want, or you can use the other pieces. Just don't use what came with the kit. Unfortunately, I believe I'm the first person to do this on a Ford Maverick, and the holes wouldn't have lined up if you had to drill it. Like I said, I'm lucky though, these are already drilled in there by Ford. So stick that on there the best you can, and of course 2-sided tape's not always fun to separate. Line up the best you can on there. I believe I got that lined up okay. You're going to take your self-tapping screws. You might even be able to do this with a screwdriver, folks. You might not even need to do this with a drill. I just get them started in there really quick before I tighten them down completely. Don't ooga dooga this bit. Those are in there. Just go ahead and tighten them down now. And those are in there nice and snug. Like I said, you don't have to overdo it, and you just repeat the same process on the other side. All right, for the next part, folks, I got the bed extender pieces actually lined up. For this, you're going to need parts 4 and 5, which are both in this bag. 6, which are the center pieces. There's 7 there. There's 2 of those, and 8. There's 2 of those. We're going to get them lined up. This is the hardware we're going to need right here. The 2 long pieces here, the medium-sized ones, and 4 of the nuts that go on. All right, another suggestion, folks. There's one thing they don't mention in the instructions. For this step, you're also going to need part 8 that's labeled in the bag. That is actually going to be your center piece here, because the center piece doesn't have holes drilled in it, just the 2 top pieces right here. We're also going to say, too, these end pieces here that everything goes together with is made out of plastic. I'm not sure how much I'm going to like that. We'll see how durable it is as I use this setup, but everything here is made out of aluminum. Tubing's fairly thick. I wouldn't have had anything with the sledgehammer, but it'll probably do the job it's meant to do. All right, like I said, folks, the ones that have the holes like this, these are number 6. So this is going to be your top and your bottom pieces on both sides. And these parts over here, they have holes, but they don't have the pre-drilled holes or whatever. So these will be your tops and bottoms, and these will be your center pieces right here. Some reason that one does have holes in it though, which is kind of strange because they said that you actually don't do that. But they're actually the same size piece, if you notice too, where you can actually get kind of confused on that. But these have the holes already tapped in them. This one has no holes in it, and this one has holes in it, so I don't know. All right, what I'm doing next, folks, we're going to start assembling this. Like I said, the ones with these screw holes here are top and bottom, and the one with no screw hole here is going to be your centerpiece. Now make sure when you're assembling these are going to be what it pivots on, folks, once it's mounted in the truck. And you're going to use the longer screw like this in the center hole when you mount it, and on the top and bottom you're using these medium screws. You probably won't need a wrench because actually the nut will sit right in there. But that's how the top and bottom one goes with the medium size, and the large one goes in the center. I'll go ahead and get them kind of lined up, and then I'll show you how it looks. It'd be easier for me not to do it on camera, honestly. All right, basically what I'm doing here, folks, I'm putting the shorter ones, medium sized ones in here. The longer one, like I said, goes in the center. You don't need a nut for the longer one. I just need these to get through there enough to kind of hold stuff together. You're not going to want to tighten these all the way down. This is a 4mm Allen wrench you're using for this job. Like I said, just get each one started. That way it kind of holds it together while you're mounting it. And then when you're done, you can actually line it up a little bit better and tighten everything down the way it should be. Like I said, not as easy to do stuff like this on your own, but you can do it. And of course, like that one, honestly, just slides in there. Folks, this is really not that hard to do. It's harder to do stuff like this on camera. Being a YouTuber is not always the most fun thing, but let's say once you got all these screws and holes lined up, you go ahead and just tighten everything right down. As I said, folks, I'm finishing up the second side now. Tighten it down most of the way. You might not want to snug it till after you've completed it. My only thing is we're going to have to put the two sides together and wiggle the centerpiece in there, so you can go back and tighten these down completely later on. This is just enough to keep the assembly held together, folks. And what we're doing now, we're putting our centerpieces in here. Again, screw hole ones go on the top. They're supposed to just basically slide in here. There's nothing really attaching these on there. So let's see if I can actually get them to go in there. But those kind of just like slide in there like that. The holes go toward the outside part, folks, but I think they're going to have to go in all the way. We're going to assemble it that way and see how it fits. Try to get both sides. Trying to do this on the back of the truck's probably not the easiest either. It might be better to do this, say, you know, on a table or something, and then put it in the truck later. All right, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm having an issue with that. This piece here on the top is already dented from Trumgeta. It'll probably be stronger once you have the pieces together, because they all slide in there and they double up in this part. But this is already dented. That's why I'm having a little bit of an issue, so I'm gonna have to straighten this out to get them to go together. All right, folks, I got it test fitted in there. Make sure it's the right width and everything moves okay. They don't suggest that. I do, just because I wanted to make sure everything goes together all right. All right, the next part, they didn't have these pieces labeled, but it's pretty self-explanatory. They call them part 1 and 2, which these go on the center part right here, I believe. And you're using these self-tapping screws to install them onto the bar. And honestly, the only thing that self-tapping screws are going into is these 4 holes, and they're only screwing into the plastic on the other side, folks. They don't have to go through the metal or anything. and the screw holes are actually going to be on the inside. Like I said, folks, the screws here are basically just going into here from the other side, but we'll see if I can get them actually lined up on the holes correctly. Like I said, first time I've ever installed one of these. They only go on a certain way, so the tape side is actually on the fatter part. They got like a little tape thing on here. If you see what I'm talking about, you're going to want to line them up on the pipe, and there's like the little rubber feet things that are on the bottom. Again, this is what you're using, is these screws here. They call them a self-tapping screw, but they're really not. There's already holes on the other side, but that's already on there. It's actually holding itself. You could probably use the drill. I may just go ahead and use the screwdriver to get it started. I'll actually start it in one of the center holes, maybe, but there's actually, oops, use your stomach like me. I got a little extra meat down there to hold stuff together while you're tightening it. You'll want to hold it. I'm going to go over here and do this one. Kind of stagger how I put everything together. You're going to want to hold it from the other side, like I said, maybe with your hand or your gut, if you're like me with a dad bod. And hopefully you can see this while I'm doing it. I know, like I said, it's not always the easiest to get this stuff on camera. Let me move it over. But basically you're holding these two pieces together and just screwing them into the other side, and you just got to do all these holes up and down. All right, folks, those two things are installed. You definitely probably want to use just a screwdriver to tack both of those in, because like I said, this is just plastic. It's just enough to hold them in there. They do give you enough screws. The next part we're going to be doing, we're installing two of the mole panels, and this is actually a flag or a rod holder we're going to be installing. And first thing they recommend, we're using these two very short screws and these two nuts to install this on one of the panels. Now this is where you can decide if you want it on the left side or right side. We'll get both of those unwrapped, we'll attach that, and then what we do is attach them out here. There's screw panels there and screw holes there. That's why we had the screw holes. All right, what I opted to do, folks, I actually mounted the flag pole mount on the center one. I'd rather have it on the center one, but you can see these panels have all the holes. What you do for these next steps is mount these, like I said, to these outside holes, basically using your 4mm wrench again. These are the only screws you have left, and you're also going to use these spacers in between. Right, I don't have it tightened down yet, but I'm going to tell you the basic way to do this is just put one of those washers in and just do one screw at a time, and then you go through and tighten them all down once all the screws are in there. Really the easiest part of the job right there. All right, folks, I misspoke earlier. These are actually a T27 Torx bit that goes on all of these panels and holds them. All right, folks, here it is, 100% installed. They do offer these straps if you want to use them. You would actually assemble them on the pipes while you're doing it, and they just clip into these ends here. It's more or less just to hold them down. I didn't think they were necessary. It also comes with this reflective tape if you want to put that on there. I may do that at another time. Right now I'm not going to do it. I will show you though, I'm still using a bed liner. I have no issue getting the bed liner in and out if I don't need it. I also have a tonneau cover. Once you flip this in here, it actually flips in very easy when you're not keeping your tailgate down, and then of course I can put my tonneau cover right over it. It doesn't affect that whatsoever. So if you're somebody that has a good bed liner you want to take in and out and you have a tonneau cover, it's fine. And of course this thing very easily one-handed, camera in hand, it flips down. And I said, these are military people would know personally how to use these. These are just for like tie downs. You can put whatever you want on there. You could probably put your bottle holders, you can strap stuff to it. These are pretty solid on here. You can see I'm actually wiggling the whole truck pulling on these. They're very strong, but this seems pretty solid. Like I said, I had to fix the one top pipe installing it. That you are required to use a T27 For these, you need a 4mm for there and just a Phillips head screwdriver. You might want to use a drill, you might not want to. You might not want to use it on these plastic pieces here, but right now it looks like a solid piece. I'll have to test it out sometime. Maybe when I go to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever to get my gardening done in my Ford Maverick. All right, folks, thanks for watching. This is actually a really easy install. I just had a couple hiccups, and of course I didn't use the straps. You would do that early on, but pretty easy install. Like I said, I'm going to be installing a few other things on the Maverick over the next few weeks. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. Bye for now.